What's up, everybody? It's Michaela again, coming back for another Tea with Michaela B. It is bright and early in the morning. The sun is just now coming up, and even though it's Saturday, I'm super excited. So I'll jump in and answer some of your questions and wish y'all a happy weekend. So, first question. It's about the bathroom arrangements. I thought that was hilarious. So, technically, on the first day, you as a tribe decide where your bathroom area is going to be. Does that mean there is a person who makes sure you go in the right place? No. If you're clean, you take an aqua dump. You go in the ocean, right? But if it's nighttime, you can't see because it's so dark. You go to designated area. I didn't always follow the rules. Sometimes you gotta go when you gotta go. Let's see. What did I have my degree in? I got my degree in strategic communications, which is also advertising public relations. I'm like the majority of college graduates, and I do not really use my degree in my current life, but I enjoy my current life. So, hey, go to college for the experience, y'all. Did I expect to be so popular? You know what's funny? No, and I don't consider myself popular. I'm just like, people ask me questions about Survivor because I was on it, and that's cool, but it doesn't go to my head or anything. But I found that doing these videos, it's fun because it gives me a easier way to interact with people without being so overwhelmed. Because, when my Facebook messages and my Instagram inbox filled up, it kind of made me like, I can't possibly, like, if I took time to answer every single thing, I would get nothing else done. But these videos are cool because I get to see your questions and I can answer them, so that's cool. Another question. How was Paul on the pre-jury trip? Paul is actually super awesome. That man is so generous. He makes me feel stingy. I like, especially coming out of something like Survivor, but even before Survivor, when I buy food, I like to eat the food, and it's mine. Like, sharing food is not fun to me, but I'll always accept other people's food if they didn't put their hands in it, and if I want some, right? So Paul, though, he was like, everything he had, he was always sharing. Like, he bought kangaroo and cooked it and was like, hey, y'all come to the room and get kangaroo. Or he bought this huge giant crab that was like $100 or something. And he was like, taste this crab, taste it. Like, he wants other people to experience what he has, which is awesome. So, Paul's a trooper. Plus, he hung around with 6 girls all the time. Like, I know we probably would have tested most people's patience. But yeah, so Paul's awesome. Now, someone asked, these questions kind of build on each other. Person asked, why did I vote for Mari my first time at tribal council? That is such a simple answer to me, but I know it's kind of confusing to watch because they showed Mari talking to me walking into the forest. But again, what they did not show is how no one on Millennials Tribe was trying to talk to me the first 3 days. It was kind of like I had, leprosy or something. Everybody was keeping me 10 feet away, and no one was trying to strategize with me or anything like that. The only people that were even remotely responsive to me were Jay and Michelle. So I kind of had, it's like, look, if I'm going to ever have any type of loyalty to anyone, I'm going to talk to the people who had the gonads to talk to me, And so that was what that was. And that's another reason why my loyalty to Jay didn't end necessarily when I got voted out. I was mad, but whatever. So anywho, the fact that Mari didn't talk to me the first 3 days, the fact that I tried to start a conversation with her and she was kind of like, and the fact that literally the first time she opened up to me was when she was saying vote Figgy, which was the day we lost. It was like, I don't have a reason to. Like, I wanted, as much as I wanted to, it's like, if the numbers are not going that way, I'm not about to stick my neck out, because if you just get off the chopping block, the last thing you're trying to do is rock the boat. So I was like, I'm actually going with the majority, and that just is what it is. But I think Mari's super cool, super awesome, whatnot. Now, back to the first part of the game. Why was there a tension between myself and Figgy? Well, I found that out way after the game, like in October or November, during during the season being aired, right? So I started off slightly agitated with her just because when we first landed, like when the game first started, Jeff specifically told us the weather's going to get bad, so y'all need to build your shelter. I'm very literal. I live indoors, as you can see. I'm from the city, even though I live in Texas. I'm not excited about camping and stuff. I didn't come on Survivor to camp. I came on Survivor because I wanted $1 million. So when Jeff says the weather's gonna get bad, I take it seriously. Like, yo, let's fix this camp. And Figgy was one person that was not really contributing to putting the shelter together. She was the person that kept going into the forest, which is where you retrieve the materials from, but never came back with anything in her hands. And it's one of those things like you working, it's like you at the family reunion and that person who always shows up late, always gets a lot of food, and always takes some food to go. Like they come with foil, but they don't never bring no food. And you're like, oh, here they go again. And I was just like, I just kept noticing her walking into the forest with the men and then coming back and not even trying to hide it. Like don't have not a lick of materials. And it was agitating. So then on top of that agitation, Hannah came to me and told me that Figgy was bullying her and talking about her and making her feel bad. I found out that was a lie way after the fact. But that particular thing is why I was like, oh, okay, you want to bully somebody? Okay, let me show you how it feels. So that's kind of why I went off on her a little bit. But I found out Hannah completely lied. She made up the whole thing. She actually told Figgy that I was bullying her. So, you know, people be lying for no reason. You don't have to lie that hard on Survivor. But, you know, whatever. If it helps you, I guess it's the right thing to do. I don't know. So, let's see. Did I know that we were going to be separated by age? No. I didn't know anything. They didn't tell us the title of the season. In the pregame portion where you can finally see everybody, or when you're on the flight and you can see everybody that's with you, you try to figure out what's going on, but I don't like to spin my wheels for no reason. It's like it doesn't matter what the title of the season was gonna be. I'm still here, so that is what it is. But if I had a guess, I was leaning more like white collar, blue collar, no collar, because you had your spiritual energy, hippie vibe people like Michelle, or your surfer board people like Taylor, and then you had your like buff people, like a Lucy, that looked like she was hard and get stuff done, and then you had like straight lace people like Chris, who walk all straight, and it's like, okay, you carry yourself as though you have some type of stern profession, so like attorney matches. I would have never guessed it, but it's like, I'm not surprised. So I didn't know where I would have fit in that mix. So that was my best guess. I considered age, but I didn't settle on that fact just because the numbers didn't seem to work correctly. There were people like Ken, who looks young, or Rachel looks to me like she's in her 20s, but she's not. So, I didn't know. Long story short. Let's see. Do I consider myself a hero or a villain? Clearly a hero. I don't feel like I did anything villainous. Look, I wear a shirt that says love deeply, eat well, laugh always, work hard, travel often. That's not villainous talk. And then I kept seeing this question, did the plant survive? And I'm like, what the heck are people talking about? But then someone specified, and they said the plant that I hit on the way out. I didn't look back because I didn't want to turn into a pillar of salt, but I heard a branch drop. So I hit a tree and I heard a branch drop. So I'm thinking that, The tree survived, however, he lost a limb. But, you know, I'll plant a shrub in that limb's memory. So this is your tea with Michaela B. I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. I'm ready to get mine started. The sun's up. Yay! Alrighty, have a great day.